What's up, everybody? Tom Pelissero here across the street from the Vikings Winter Park headquarters on Wednesday with just a quick update on an injury that I also think is going to impact one of the key matchups to watch Sunday night at Lambeau Field. Packers coach Mike McCarthy in a conference call earlier today said that Clay Matthews had a good day of practice today and that he's hopeful Matthews is going to be ready to go Sunday night against the Vikings. Now what that does is puts one of the NFL's premier pass rushers on the field. Matthews missed last week's game because of the injury, still leads the NFL with 8.5 sacks. Last year he played right outside linebacker. This year the Packers primarily have flipped him to left outside linebacker, which puts him up against right tackle Phil Loadholt. Now Loadholt has been susceptible so far this season to speed rushes. Cameron Wake had 5 pressures, 1.5 sacks for Miami. Cliff Averill from Detroit beat Loadholt around the outside, hit Brett Favre's arm, forced an interception. Matthews is going to pose as tough of a challenge against Loadholt as he's seen. Now, what we've seen the Vikings do more of since really the second half of the Detroit game is slide the line when they need to get a 6th blocker in there, primarily Jim Kleinsasser, and take a little bit of the heat off of one of the tackles, namely Loadholt. And Kleinsasser is one of the best blocking tight ends in the NFL, has held up well in that capacity. Where it gets tricky is the way that the Packers and defensive coordinator Dom Capers mix up their fronts. They play a base 3-4, which really has an outside linebacker on both sides of the line to form a 5-man line. In their nickel, they only play 2 down linemen plus the 2 outside linebackers. They also play a psycho defense in which Matthews basically is moving all over the place and there's only 1 down lineman. They also use a rover defense where they basically play a 3-man front with Matthews lined up as one of the 2 inside linebackers behind it. There's a bunch of different spots from which Clay Matthews can come. Last year the Packers didn't send a whole lot of blitzes against the Vikings. I anticipate that's going to change somewhat, but at the same time with Matthews back in the lineup, I have to think that we're going to see plenty of 4- and 5-man rushes versus a ton of heat all day against Brett Favre. Back with more tomorrow. See ya.